Hey, darling. All right. Back in the studio. This beautiful opportunity to do these free studio sessions. I like this, at least I really like the aesthetic of this space, so I need to evaluate if this is worth me keeping without students coming in. But working on some PR stuff and all of the things, so I'm really not stressed about it. It's really interesting. I'm really not stressed about anything. I'm more like, well, I guess we'll just fucking see. Because I feel like I know that I'm doing everything that I can in all aspects of my life right now. So that being said, I think that's a good sentiment. It's the new moon today, so I'm going to, on the low, try to play my new moon playlist and see if YouTube cancels this out on some copyright shit, but we'll keep it really quiet so you can't really hear it in the background. But let's get into it. So, grounding down through our seats, take the crown of the head high up to the sky. Take some time just to breathe, starting things off. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale. And exhale. Let's go for 2 more. And exhale. And one more time. And exhale. And then allowing ourselves just to come into some normal breath. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Going into a space of gratitude, we give gratitude to this earth, the indigenous peoples of these lands, the Crow, the Cheyenne, the Salish, and the Blackfeet tribe here in Billings, the Diné up in Alaska, the Ponderay, and the Kootenai, and the Kalispel, forgetting Salish and the Blackfeet up in Missoula as well. And everybody in between. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga and for Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice. And if there's, I would say for your body and for yourself. Right, your own ancestors and your own lineage. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate this little new moon flow session to, you can take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and blink open your eyes. Come back into the room and the space that you're in. Looking around, maybe turning back behind you. Looking past that opposite shoulder. Hands on knees, chest pulls forward, low belly pulls in. Moving with your shoulder space, letting your heart lead you. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then take it back that opposite way for 4, 3, 2, and for 1. And bring yourself back to your center line. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, flip the palms and let them float down to the sides. And then again, arms sweep high. Exhale, flip. Take left hand to right knee. Right hand spins back behind. Turn up. Turn up. Just kidding. Turn and look out. That right shoulder. Hand can come around. Breathe into the heart and the chest. Big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly pull yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Hand to the outside of the knee. Opposite hand swings back and around. Tens of fingers at the base of the spine. Pull up to the crown of the head. Hand turns to reach. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself back to your front side. Go ahead and release your legs. Bring yourself out and into a bow pose. Pull up and in on the low belly. You're going to extend through the legs here. You can point and flex through the toes a little bit. But keep your low belly engaged. And then let your legs come out to the side here as you point through your toes. Big inhale. Exhale, bring them back together. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Tap and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. Drop down to the feet. Hands come back behind you. Press up through the heart and the chest. And then let your knees flop over to the right hand side first. Big inhale, breathe. Exhale, move through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. So this new moon in Libra is about balance. The symbol for Libra is the scale. Right, and sometimes balance comes into our life in many different forms. Right now, I'm focusing on water because I feel like my intake of it has gone away. And I think just pouring heavy into self if you're pouring heavy into others as well, right? Ground down through the feet and the palms and pull up through the hips. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop it down. So reverse tabletop for 4, but we're gonna pulse it for 3, for 2, and for 1. Big inhale. Exhale. Take that right foot up off the mat. Cross it over that left knee. Press here. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale, press. Exhale, release. Go ahead and drop, pull the legs in towards you as you press into your palms. So popping up through the chest, opening up through the outside of the hip. 1 more time, big inhale here. Exhale slowly, bring yourself down onto your forearms. Hands or fingertips are still pointing towards you. Pop up through the chest. Press hard into the sole of that foot and let that right knee sway out as you press and lift here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Come all the way down to your back. Interlock your fingers back behind your thigh and pull your knees into your chest. Pull down through the low back. Allow the outside of that right hip to release. Breathe here. Flex through the right foot. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Go ahead and rock on your spine. We're gonna do the same thing on that opposite side. So bring yourself back up. Big inhale here. Legs spread back together for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come back. Drop it down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Soles of the feet come down, hands come down, fingertips look at you. Knees drop to the left first, press into the palms, lift through the heart and the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, let the knees move through center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Press, lift. And then hands come, or knees come back to center. And then press, lift through the hips. We'll go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take that left foot across that right. We're gonna press up, same thing. Press and drop for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale, drop it down, press into the palms. Lift up through the heart and the chest. Big inhale here. Exhale, come all the way down to the forearms. Hold here. Press into the sole of the foot. Same thing. Lift and lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale slowly. Lower it all the way down. Come all the way down to your back. Interlock your fingers back behind your right thigh. Maybe you take your opposite grip. Pull the legs into the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Maybe flex through that left foot this time. 1 more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Take the soles of the feet high to the sky. Grab for the outsides of the feet. And then shift back and forth side to side. Rocking across the low back, flexing through the feet. Big inhale here. And then exhale, release. Take the soles of the feet high to the sky. Hands rest on the low belly. Use your elbows to pop your chest up and roll your shoulder blades underneath your back as you tuck your chin in towards your chest. Legs come out. Point through the toes, and then they come back up. We go for 4, for 3, for 2. Try to move with slow control. And 1, big inhale. Let the legs move all the way down towards the mat. And then inhale, lift, feet come together. Legs spread, lower. Try to keep the tailbone tucked. Inhale, lift, they come together. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Don't worry, those are just my hips popping. And then inhale, hips lift. And then the hands are gonna come down to the sides. You're gonna pulse the soles of the feet and the hips all the way up to the sky. We go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that left leg down to the mat. Walk your hands up the back part of your right thigh. Flex your toes in towards your face. Relax and release through that right hip. Big inhale. Leg still finds that extension. You release not only through the hamstring and the glute, right? But the front part of the quad and the front part of the hip. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Walk up that opposite leg. Flex, press. 2 more big breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. And slowly just move through it. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Soles of the feet high. Hands come back behind the thighs. You slowly rock on your seat and bring yourself, I'm checking on our time, up and over your knees and into your tabletop. Hands are right underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Shift your hips back and forth side to side. You can do some circles here. Your low belly's engaged. Big inhale. Exhale. Take the hands out in front of you and drop down through the chest as your chin still looks out in front of you. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. Maybe the tops of the feet come down to the mat as you press down through the tops of the feet and the shins. Breathing into the upper part of the body, right in between the shoulder blades. And then slowly let yourself shift forward, shift your hips back, shoulders underneath, or elbows underneath your shoulders, Sphinx pose, big inhale here. Exhale. Try to let your glutes be soft here. And catch that compression in the low part of the back, big inhale. Exhale, release, hands come up underneath your elbow or underneath your bust line, tuck the toes, elbows in close to the side body, roll the shoulder blades down and back. Press to the knees and then send the hips back and high down dog. Pedal out through the feet, check in with the hands. Exhale. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale slowly, tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, down and over the tops of the thighs, and then inhale, bring yourself all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands move down to your heart line. Since it's this little new moon flow, we'll end with a little standing balancing, and then bring it back down. All right. So, ground down through your right foot, take your left knee, hip height, right? Nice soft gaze on your face, 4 feet out in front of you. Maybe you interlock your fingers around the front part of your shin. Maybe you stay here today. Exhale, hold. Fire up through your standing leg and think about wrapping your muscles around your bones. And then release the leg and kick this foot out. Engage the top of that quad, flex through the foot, point, and then lower and lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take it back into your warrior 3. Drop down through your chest, flex through your back foot. Make sure that you're not collapsing into the outside of this hip, right? So blocks are always a great tool, right? So when I say collapsing into the outside of the hip, I feel like I never have blocks at home, so it's hard for me to show you this. But we always have a tendency to kind of be like, here, you want to raise yourself up, right? And let your left hip drop, right? Trying not to grip with the toes of that right foot. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Engage your leg, and we're gonna come into half moon. So flex your foot, and then you're gonna turn your chest open as you ground down through that leg, right? So right leg is grounded, left leg and left hip are open and extended. And then you can take that opposite hand all the way high to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold one more time, big inhale. And then exhale, turn your torso parallel back to the mat and drop down through your chest, coming into a standing split. Big inhale. Exhale, hold one more time, big inhale. Lift through the glute and the hamstring, and then set that left foot down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, dive down and over the tops of the thighs. And then on the next inhale, slowly pull yourself all the way up to stand. Same thing on that opposite side. Lift, ground down through that left foot. Lift through your right. Interlock your fingers around the front part of your shin. Pull it up and in towards your chest. Try not to grip with the toes. And then release and extend through that leg. Press the leg away from you. Point the toes and lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Exhale. Send it back, coming into your warrior 3. Right, so not dropping into that standing hip, right? Pressing down through the big toe mound, not gripping with your toes. Flexing through your back foot, big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then ground down through the leg and then flex through your back foot and turn and open yourself into that half moon. Don't look at me, as I'm not going to be looking at the screen as I'm moving all over. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Turn the torso back to the mat. Lift through that leg. And then slowly, you're going to drop that left foot down to meet your right. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat, step into your plank as you drop down to your knees. Lower down to the belly, baby cobra. And then exhale, take the sit bones back to the heels. Find your extension in child's pose. A nice one to do with blocks at home is that you can always take the blocks and make a V. So it's open, right? So the V is, the point of the V is facing you. You lay them in the creases of your hips as you press down and roll your chest over the tops of the thighs, and you curl your fingertips out in front of you. Exhale. 2 more big breaths, big inhale here. Exhale, last one, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. Release the blocks. Bring yourself down and onto your seat. Take both of your legs out in front of you. Staff pose. Move and adjust your seat back and forth, side to side. Arms come high. And then let yourself spill over the tops of your thighs as you pull the crown of the head forward. Pull in on the low belly. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Come down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then soles of the feet come high and they slowly move all the way down to the end of the mat. Toes flop out to the side, palms face up to the sky. Pop your chest up, roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Chin moves back down to the chest. And you let the whole back side of the body rest into the mat. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths there, big inhale. So hard for us to take with us this week. Coming back to that space of balance, right? The balance between good stress and bad stress, right? So make sure that there's some actual excitement in your life. The balance between receiving, right, and taking. Excuse me, not receiving and taking. Receiving and giving, right? But the balance in that you're taking, right? I will say that, right? We talked about honorable harvest last week, and I feel like it's something to always come back to, right? The number 3, calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. The High Priestess of Light brings her deeper powers of healing energy to the earth and to your life. The elk antlers she wears on her golden crown act as an antenna. They receive guidance and power from the universal light, which she then channels into the earth and waters below. Her peaceful intentions are balance and alignment. As she brings peace to the planet, she also calls you to calm the waters within your own life. It's time for you to take an honest look at your daily energy. Are things too hectic for you to maintain a calm approach to your tasks? You may feel you have no control, but you can and must regulate the pace of your everyday activities, always devoting some time to your own peaceful priorities. The waters of life run deep, and they're often deeper personal lessons than you may be aware of. You do have the ability to be self-directed. set boundaries, create balance, and stay calm and spirit connected, even in the middle of personal or professional storms. In the face of unending and sometimes frantic demands of life, this card tells us to stop and trust in the unwavering truth of your soul's universal connection. Your peaceful yet profound faith will calm the swirling waters and bring the blessed resolutions you desire. Affirmation: I have the infinite source of peace and calm within me. I direct my life in balance each day. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, you can slowly press yourself up to a simple seat. Hands can come to heart, and they can rest down on your knees. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, and everyone who is watching. Sarah, I know you're on here too, girl. So yeah, shout out to the ones that have always been there to hold me down, as I frantically sometimes tread these waters, but really grateful for all of you. So thank you for trusting me with your hearts, bodies, souls, and spirits. When you leave your mat, be sure to go in peace, and remember to serve love always. Thanks so much, y'all.